Hello everyone, this is Leslie Paul. In this video I'm going to talk about multi-tabs app. So I'm already ready with the demo of my app. So you can see over here, this is a demo of app, and here you can see I have multiple tabs on my interface. So you can see each tab is named as left, center and right, and you can see I can actually swipe through this tabs. So I have given each tab a different color, so it will be easier to differentiate each tab from each other. So now let's get into the code. So this is the code for my app, and the very first thing is XML code, because that is where we define the interface or we draw the layout. So the layer that we use is a relative layout, and inside that you can see I have used a toolbar. And then another layout called a tab layout. Now inside this tab layout, actually this tab there will actually gives the different tabs on my screen. So this is the tab layout tag, and now you can see inside this opening tab I have given 3 other tabs, and is a tab item. So this is the tab layer. Inside that we got the tab item. We got 3 tab item, that is center, left and right. So you can see I given the name over here, left, and attached to the left, and attached to the center, and then right. This is how the 3 tab came into the picture. Now you can see over here I have also defined a toolbar instead of an action bar. So this is the action bar. The action bar is really small over here. You can see over here. This is the toolbar which I have used over here. Now to get to toolbar, we just simply added the toolbar into it. And now the next thing we're going to talk about is a view pager. Now the view pager is the widget that is actually going to manage all these pages. So you can actually change change or view different pages using the view pager. The view pager manages all the pages on your on a single activity. We can manage different pages. So for that, actually I also defined the view pager and given the layout, width and the height, and also the ID for the view pages, so that I can identify it in my main Java and other Java codes. Now you can see over here it says the main Java code. In this simply I have just defined, first thing I defined is first thing I've done is to find toolbar from XML. For that, again find view by ID, and then I have given a title for that toolbar by using toolbar.set subtitles, and the name, that is multi-tabs. Now I'm going to find the layout. Now to find the layout, we got to use find view by ID auto.id.layout and necessary typecasting. Similarly, I have also done that same thing for the view pager. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to use an adapter to set my layout of my tab layout. Now for that, I'm going to use declare an adapter, that is my adapter. My is equal to new my adapter get support fragment manager tab layout get tab count. Now here I'm actually calling the fragment manager. Fragment manager is going to fragment manager is a manager that manages all the fragments that is available in the particular activity. So here each tab I have created over here is actually one single fragment. So this is one fragment, this is another fragment, this is a third fragment. So I actually combined all the 3 fragments in one particular activity. So now to manage the 3 fragments, we need a fragment manager. That's why we call him this fragment manager over here. Now the tablet.get tab count. Tab count is the number of fragments involved. So here 3. So here the value will be 3. Now once initializing the adapter, I'm going to separate the adapter with the view pager. So that's all, and then I'm going to add a page change listener. So whenever I'm going to change the page, some action should be happening. So whenever I change the page, a new page or the new tab will be generated. That's why we're going over here. Now for each fragment we're going to create a different XML file and a Java code. So each fragment has its own behavior, it has its own layout. So that's why we create different XML and Java code for each fragment. This is the fragment 1's XML, this is the fragment 2's XML, this is the fragment 3's XML. You can see the fragment 3 is like the third fragment, here it's the second fragment, and it is the first fragment. Now what we're gonna do is we just simply calling these fragments from the main activity Java. So that's what we've done in this adapter. So as soon as we invoke this adapter, this view pager will be invoked, and this view pager will actually call different layout. Now for using the my adapter, we're actually created a myAdapter.java class. Now you can see over here, this is where my fragments will be created. Now inside this you can actually this myAdapter should be extended to fragment state page adapter, only then this whole thing will work. So after extending in this I've also given the constructor, and now inside this I have overridden an necessary method, that is fragment get item into position. In this position is the position number, like 0, 1 or 2. So the 0th one will be the first left tab, the 0th one is the first tab, which is this one, and then the center one is 1 and the right one is 2. So that's why I'm using switch case over here, switch position. So if the case is 0, then what I'll do is I'll create a fragment, and that is fragment 1, frag 1. So this is the thing that I've created, frag 1, and it's actually a new fragment. So this is the object of the fragment 1 Java code. So yeah, so actually I also created a fragment 1 Java that will be found over here. So you can see over here, this is the Java pages for my fragments. This is a fragment 1.java. Inside this I have this fragment class extends of other class called fragment, and inside that I have invoked overdone two functions, on create and on create view. So this is a two function that has to be invoked, and on create view is actually a layout inflator. So we inflate the layout into this thing by using inflator.inflate r.layout fragment 1 container files. So we are actually inflating the XML file into the Java code, and then this activity is called by the main activity using the adapter.java. So this here the fragment object has been created. Now using this object we can actually call it and do all our activities. So that's how the code works. So that's all with the video. Thank you so much for watching.